Hey guys, so I thought we would kick off Poker Night Live this week with a little peek behind the scenes. Now, I do a lot of talking on the show every week. One guy who doesn't get to say very much at all is our actual commentator, Jesse. So I thought it would be nice to show him a little love, take you guys backstage, and show you the home of commentator, Jesse Abramowitz. This is Jesse's area back here. This is his headset microphone. This is his mixing board. He presses a button on this so he can talk to you guys. This is his audio monitor so he can hear what's happening at the table. Over here, now this is really cool. This is the whole cam monitor. Hold on, let's move this pillow and blanket out of the way. Check this out. And that is his Foreman grill and toaster. Oh, Jesse. Are you living back here?
Live from the Gardens Casino in Los Angeles, it's Poker Night Live, Hollywood Home Game, Wheelers and Dealers, with Hollywood super producer Randall Emmett, Oscar-nominated producer Julie Yorn, from Weeds actress Elizabeth Perkins, Weeds writer-producer Matt Salzberg, legendary 2003 main event champ Chris Moneymaker, and your host, who's just excited to be considered a player for tonight, Joe Stapleton.
Thank you, Tiffany Michelle. Hello, my babies, and welcome to Poker Night Live, Hollywood Home Game, Wheelers, Dealers, and Moneymakers. Two big-time movie producers, two alumni from the show Weeds, and the man responsible for the poker boom. And in a way, this TV show, yes, Chris Moneymaker is responsible for me being on your television. That also makes him responsible for my once and future roommate in the commentary booth. Say hello, Jesse Abramowitz.
Hey, Joe. Hey, world.
We're not allowed to hear him because he can see all the hole cards, and we're not allowed to go in there because he left a sock on the door. You know the drill by now. We're going to play some No Limit Texas Hold'em. That's the one with the two down cards. You guys know what we're talking about. Everyone's in for $500 to start. Yes, we are. And the blinds are 5-5. Randall and Julie, will you please green light this game? He's thinking, yes?
Oh, yes.
There it is.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, you
Yes.
didn't wait for it.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Matt Salzberg, your first act.
All right. I will fold.
I'm folding.
We put the two producers next to each other, and I heard them exchange phone numbers already. So I feel like,
Already plotting.
yeah, I
Lots
feel
of business
like
going now.
that's a win. Okay, I'm gonna call
It's a
Randall.
business, though.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Business.
All right.
Oh, Randall.
I can't help myself.
25 more.
I apologize ahead of time.
20 more.
25 more.
25 more.
So Randall straddles the very first hand, not surprisingly, and has made it 35.
Folded.
I can't be left out here.
I don't trust him already.
Don't you know?
Two of the
I
people.
said
in
I'm
this,
in the maniac sandwich here.
well, two of the people at this table haven't produced a movie with Mark Wahlberg before, so some of us need to try to keep it
Sensible? Sensible? Check.
Action checks around.
don't
Joe's
know.
king high, still good.
Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah.
First hand.
Nice hand.
Yep.
Thank you.
He's not gonna show. Not gonna show us that.
Okay.
If he has
Says one.
if he has
It's
a
a
jack,
7.
he's good.
I had a king.
I want to win the first hand because I always
I was
end up
going to say, I
losing
didn't want to be
the
in the
most.
first spot.
So it just looks good the first half hour,
Got it.
and then it goes real bad quick.
The last time, by the way, Randall's our first two-time guest that we invited. Now, Phil Helmuth's been on twice, but he invites himself. Randall's our first two-time invited guest, and on the first game that he played, there were 30 hands, and he played 28 of them.
I'm proud of that.
What hands did you fold?
I
Okay.
don't remember.
You're giving me some
I
insight.
think they were all in
Yeah.
pre-flop hands,
A
probably.
lot of pre-flop.
I would have
You saw the? Did he see the river 28 times?
Yeah,
saw
I think
everything.
maybe.
I really don't know how to release the cards.
He saw 24
Working on
rooms.
that.
It's a skill. It's a skill.
Actually, we never got to last time talk to you about your friendship, relationship, whatever, with Mark Wahlberg.
Yes,
You were his assistant?
I was. I was
Because you did
personal
Lone
gopher.
Survivor.
What's that?
You did Lone Survivor, right?
I did.
I love that movie.
Thank you.
That's a great movie.
That's our most successful movie to date, and we're
It's a
proud of that
really,
movie.
really
You're supposed
good
to raise your button.
But Mark and I now have a movie coming out in August
Nice.
called Mile 22 with the same director of Lone Survivor, Pete Berg. But yeah, he's been a best friend and a mentor for 20-something. What is going on? Hold.
I forgot to put my cards.
I insta-call. Insta-call.
Right,
I can't
insta-call.
help myself. I feel like it's an action game.
I wonder why, Randall.
All right, I can't fold yet.
3 players.
So the game's going to play a little bigger tonight.
We'll go to the flop here. Ace 9, 10, 5, and 2 8s.
There's too much ego in
biggie.
this room right now for it to play anything less than that.
60?
Bet 60.
Randall, my husband's a cinematographer who did all the Daddy's Home
Oh, yeah.
movies with Mark.
Oh, that's great.
He's a sweet man.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Those are great movies.
Yeah.
The Daddy's Home franchise.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wish I made those, huh, Julie? those did.
I
Those
know,
did okay.
exactly.
Well,
Do you
Will
have any
Ferrell-
projects that you could have done that you didn't, that then went on to be
Make it 100?
massive?
Yeah, those
That
ones
was a
are
pretty
hard
good turn
to
card.
swallow.
I know, but I'm just curious.
I mean, the one that comes to mind was
Checking. But
I got offered by our friend, by
I was
Julie
done
and
with the 10 game. I think I had the
friend
best answer
Cassian.
myself.
I got offered 2 Billy Bob Thornton movies back in the day. One was Monsters Ball, which I didn't do. And one was
Okay.
the other one I did do that you never heard of. So that was a mistake. That was a mistake.
What movie are we talking
He was
about?
saying, did I make any movies that did I pass on any movies or that ended up being successes? And Monsters Ball was probably the one that I regret the most because it
Yeah,
had such an
that's a
impact
biggie.
with
Yes.
with her winning and all that. But anyway, so yeah.
But isn't it kind of like a misdeal? Like when you look at your cards, you're like, I would have had aces. It would have been a different movie too, though, right?
No, not that
it
one.
wouldn't have been
no,
a movie.
no. I mean, when I've ruined it? No, no. Some
It
movies
would have been a
come-
comedy if Randall did it.
Yeah, or could have had grenade launchers in the film and a heavy drama. No, but that movie was kind of like just a financing move, and so it would have been exactly the
Okay.
same because I wouldn't have been there. So that was a tough one because that movie had so much, it was just
Completely.
awesome.
Please.
Not even sure
I'd have
that
to think
Randall
about
looked
the
at his
other ones
cards.
I passed. There were
Nonetheless
some
raises
that,
to
you know.
20.
Lone Survivor, great movie.
Thank you.
Seriously.
I love that movie.
And you know what's crazy? When we greenlit that movie, and we talk about it because we're all obviously so proud of it, that was when war was not very popular in
No,
Hollywood.
exactly.
After us came all those other movies, American Sniper. So it was like people kept telling me, you're going to lose every dollar. Watch CNN. Why do you need to make a war film? And it was just, everything was against us.
Because it was such a personal story,
Yeah,
too.
that's what I loved about it. Like,
Yeah.
what movies
Yeah.
do you see in war that are about 4 people, really
Right.
focused on 4 people?
Yeah.
Mostly
Yeah.
it's focused on.
Yeah.
So,
Have you ever seen Queen 1010?
Yeah,
Best movie
Nobody's making
I've
Queen
seen in
10
a while.
movies right now.
They're not?
if I have a 10, am I good?
You are good if you have a 10.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show this one.
We had a lot of
Oh, you had me beat. 7-3 of hearts.
we had a lot of the Lone Survivor crew and on Hell or High Water because
Oh, yeah.
we shot in Albuquerque and Peter Berg was my producing partner.
Oh, that's
and
great.
He actually brought me into it in the first.
That's a great movie.
The other producer, yeah.
That was it.
And we had the same production designer and Ben Foster. We had a lot of the.
I have a bunch of
Similar
questions
people.
about Hell or High
Okay.
Water.
Hell or High Water by the far,
Okay,
I
we
just
don't
want
have
to
to do that.
say, is a movie I wish I had made because it was awesome. That was an
I got
awesome
very
film.
lucky.
It was
with that
it was
one.
great, and for an Oscar movie, it was like, I don't know. Usually I'm used to them being kind of boring and not having like it. And it was like a cool heist movie also, which I just thought was really refreshing. What I really want to know about, we might have to wait till later because I'm not sure we have a lot of time right now. But that diner scene with the waitress is just unbelievable.
Amazing,
And I
right?
need to know the backstory on that. I mean, is that just how it was written and it went the way you guys wanted, or was it?
Yeah, I mean that movie was really written. It's one of the only scripts I've ever worked on. The version of the script that he pressed send on as the spec that he sold to Peter Berg was the movie we shot. Like it literally didn't go through a development process, and that scene was written exactly that way. And our casting director, our local casting director, was also the Lone Survivor casting director down there. Had always had Margaret Bowen in mind because she knew her.
Is she an actor?
Yeah, and she'd been in No Country for Old Men. She was amazing, but she just came in. I mean, it was like we were just doing that line the
30.
whole time after she came in for casting, and she was like, "What don't you want?" You know?
Yeah.
And no, but that was in the writing. He's a beautiful writer, and it just always like some writing like that doesn't like play as well on its feet, but that really did that movie.
I mean, I totally believed her as I thought she was a local you guys
Exactly.
picked up and just had a miracle scene. So funny.
And it was really exciting because we took her around during the whole award circuit, and she's in her 80s, and she came from, she was in Texas, and
that's so
she was amazing. She created a whole backstory for it. We did this panel, and everybody was talking about their characters, and she's like, so my character came here in the 50s. Like, she had a whole backstory that we didn't know about. We're like, okay. Taylor's like...
I've heard actually stories like that off movie sets where like people, this is a bigger scene, but people who are like sort of extras invent entire backstories for their characters.
Yeah.
Wow, Moneymaker makes the call just ace high.
Woo-wee.
Perkins did river the nut flush.
Wow.
Nice hand, Elizabeth.
The nuts.
It is time
Somebody
for a
just
short break.
eat one of the
We'll be
crazy
back faster than it takes me to bail out on the Mark Wahlberg impression I was going to do here.
Oh, I want to hear
Definitely not doing it. Nope. Time for break.
Poker Night Live is brought to you by our trusted friend, Kimosabi Mezcal. Why settle for tequila? Step up to Kimosabi.
If I have a chance to meet either Matt Salzberg or Chris Moneymaker today, it will be a dream of mine. I'm a little intimidated by Chris Moneymaker because he's such a champion. But I think I'm a little younger than him, so I think I have that advantage. Plus, I'm definitely better looking than he is. There was a lot of talk about poker on the set of Weeds, and of course Matt Salzberg, who is one of the creators of Weeds, is playing in tonight's game, and I'm a little intimidated by him. I've played with a lot of jerks in tournaments, but none as bad as Matt Salzberg.
Wait, none of those what?
Welcome back to Poker Night Live, Hollywood home game, wheelers, dealers, and moneymakers here at the Gardens Casino in Los Angeles, where tonight we are joined by our first ever celebrity who asked us to be on the show. Elizabeth Perkins, do you drink on Tuesday nights and then get on Twitter? That's the only reason I can think that you would have.
No, I don't drink actually, but I was really excited about the show. And a friend of mine, Willie Garson, was on, and I saw that he was on. I said, how did you get on that show? And then you
I saw that on
contacted me.
Twitter and I couldn't believe it. And I was like, yes, please. We would love to have Elizabeth Perkins on the show.
Yeah.
So it's working, guys.
It is working.
I thought you had raised already.
Oh, no.
Okay, we're
But I
on,
am going to race.
Oh, can I take my straddle back?
And I did want to ask Elizabeth, if we talk about sharp objects for a
Yes,
while,
sir.
can we eventually get to all my questions about big?
Yes, please.
Because I've written out just one or two of them. I don't know if you guys
Anytime.
know that I've got
Anytime.
a few things to ask about that movie.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Very good. One of mine, too.
It's one
and
of my
we've got action.
favorite people.
Randall, you cold?
So let us talk about sharp
No,
objects,
it's like,
though.
Just making sure.
you should ask a
So
question.
Yorn raises to
Not
40. Ace queen suited.
Tell us about, now that you've folded, tell us about sharp objects.
It's coming out this summer.
I can't
It's on
wait for that.
HBO. Thank you. It's got Amy Adams and Patricia Clarkson, who I adore both of them.
Amazing.
We had a crazy time making it. It's 8 episodes, and
What kind of
based on the
character
Gillian
is it?
Flynn novel, Sharp Objects.
What kind of character is it? Is it something that we're going to like or something
I'm
we're
the
going to dislike?
local drunk, so I was really good at casting. I'm the local psycho drunk.
Okay.
And I could or could not be a killer, so
Wow, all right.
I'm not going to give anything away.
I think you're a killer already, but
That would be so terrible if you just gave away the whole plot
I know,
of your
wouldn't it?
8-episode show.
So I'm
on
not
this
allowed-
Randall out flops. Yorn checks through
lot
on the
of people-
flop. Queen on the turn.
I say a lot of people
Yorn
are
would
like
bet.
college baseball. When
Emmett
the
will
end
call.
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
HBO show.
Or if they read the book.
Oh, okay. So it's out there.
And
Gillian
Salzberg
Flynn
as well.
did
3
Gone
to the
Girl.
river.
Pretty amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big deal.
She's really cool.
Did you always get Gillian right, or did you say
Oops.
Jillian?
I said
once?
Jillian.
Yeah. I would
It
mess
could
it.
still be Jillian.
Oh, okay. No, you know at
No,
this
it's
point.
Gillian.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, guys.
There's a game going on.
At least the 3 people in this hand are comfortable playing for these stakes.
Exactly.
This is a little too rich for my blood.
Yeah, me too.
So already a bet and a call.
Producers.
Salzberg thinking over just a pair of queens.
Going on.
And and
Producer's
Well,
trying to
how
act
do
right
it?
now.
It's
Yeah.
all happening.
All right, clock, let's go.
his name's Matt, actually.
Is it? Clock's up. Here he goes. Here comes the pump.
Did you call him a clock sucker?
Clock.
Oh, I thought that was a race
I
for
came
sure.
up with that a few years ago.
I have a queen.
Showdown.
That was actually the first time anyone has ever called the clock on this show. It does go to showdown. Emmett will win with King 5 off.
More likely to have the deuce.
I had to let that out, sorry.
It was exasperated sigh, a
No,
bored
it was an
sigh.
excitement side.
Excitement with the pots.
Excitement.
Nice.
I realized I'd been holding my
Randall, do any of
breath.
us get to win pots or?
No. But here's the great news.
No, he gives
I
it all
play
away
every
eventually.
pot, so I give it all back eventually. You know, you can't run. I can't run
You're
good
all
for 2
straight.
hours.
Yeah, you can. Trust me, I did it for a week.
Doesn't?
You're talking like Melanie
Yeah.
Mack.
I forgot. My bad.
How'd that
That's funny.
feel?
That's a
Felt pretty good, I'll be honest.
Were you like pinch me the whole time, or?
Yeah, because I just wanted to make it through day one. That's all I really cared about.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, that was my
That's
goal, make it
amazing.
through day one. If I made it through day one, I was going to be really happy. And
Exceed your dreams. That's
yeah,
good.
set a goal and try to beat it.
That's amazing.
Or do we have a double straddle? Is that what's happening?
Of course, my favorite thing is that he went to work on Monday morning, which is like the greatest thing.
See, I didn't even
ever.
know that.
That's
He-
amazing.
He went,
Won the
he went
World
there
Series.
to quit.
Oh, you went?
No, he went back to
Eight
work.
months, I went back to
You
work.
went for 8 months after that?
Did you really?
Till
Wow.
my boss actually came in and said, if you don't quit, I'm going to fire you.
Oh my!
Real story.
Wow.
He said, you have better things to do with your life than sit here in this room and do accounting.
Turns out that was
All right.
dead wrong.
Yeah, he was wrong.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, he was trying to do me a favor.
So Randall with the double straddle, pump fakes and checks. So 2 3s and 9 7 suited. We'll see a flop.
I'm a Shakhtar.
I'll figure it out pretty soon, I guess.
I'm gonna bet 40 in the
I want you
dark.
guys to end this as friends, by the way. So just
And
Have you guys ever played poker together before?
Randall?
I've never played
No,
poker with
no, the
anybody
three-
but Matt, and
I played with Matt in a casino, but the 3 of us have never played together.
first time.
I just don't want
Probably the last time for Chris.
I'm not playing with her anymore.
I think for
took
you that
advantage
was
of
a
me on the
shoving
first
hand.
Yes.
I did. I took
No, my
advantage
hand
of
was
you.
a shoving
was it?
hand.
What?
Yeah.
Ace.
I didn't. If I would have
No,
seen that
pocket
skit
pair. Ace.
before,
Take pocket
Yeah.
what?
the hand, I don't know what
Pocket
it's
pair.
called.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a shuffle.
Oh, the
Small
interview.
pair.
Yep. They have good timings to put that up.
Are you going back on Curb?
Yes.
You're Marty Funkhauser's
I'm his girlfriend.
the
Who
water
doesn't-
thing,
yeah,
right?
who doesn't like tap water?
And you spilled ketchup on yourself.
No, I like ketchup.
Like
I just
ketchup,
like a lot
that's
of
it.
ketchup. I don't have the problem.
So
Was that something you came up with, or Larry, or
Yeah,
something?
Larry.
Random.
you should just take credit for that anyway.
So random.
It's
I
so
know.
honest to be like, oh, it was Larry. I'd be like,
I
"No,
should
that
have
was-"
taken credit for
Yeah.
that. You're right.
Curb, please no one describe the scene, but Curb has one of the best poker scenes ever.
I don't remember
know
which
which one
one
you're
was it.
talking about.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Larry says a very bad word. He thinks it's like, he's like, we're all friends here. We can call each other bad words. And he says the worst word, one of the worst words you can say, and everyone gets furious with him. And of course,
He said all in. Wow.
it's a great
I
poker
don't remember.
scene.
Is that binding?
It's
by
from
the
like
way?
Give us a hint.
early season.
We'll see.
So what's your favorite poker scene in a movie or a TV show of all time?
Well,
Rounders.
I don't know about Rounders. Probably the best. But
Yeah.
however, Randall's poker movie, Mississippi Grind,
Don't
I know if you
splash the
saw it or
pot.
not, is
40?
actually
45.
the best recent portrayal that I've seen of poker in a movie. I was
You did
like,
Mississippi Grind?
yeah, it was.
I was part of the group that did it, you know.
Nice. I did not know that.
That's why I have my Mississippi Grind.
I was going to say.
I thought that was for me.
Well,
I live in Mississippi.
you too. Perfect.
I thought the story was about me for a second.
Having bet the flop, Salzburg will probably bet here again on the
It
turn.
was great.
Emmett, bottom pair.
Yeah, there's
Boy,
real,
that Miracle
there's
King
real
came,
poker
huh?
happening.
Was that a miracle?
Check that. I think it's a miracle. But
Emmett
when you
calls
flop a
because
set, you just gotta
why not?
keep going with it.
You do.
One more?
He's good for it.
Yeah, I am.
He's good for the one more.
One more? Diamond?
This would be a great card for Randall Emmett to bluff at.
Nuts.
5. The Miracle King.
The Miracle
It
King.
was a miracle.
One
after
card.
all.
Actually, 2 cards.
When you said that Big's one of your,
Matt, that's the last money I give you.
one of your favorite
I gotta
movies, do you
come
mean
back
as
over
an
here.
audience member or that you worked on?
As an audience member and as a participant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have kind of a weird...
Tom, I mean, he was so amazing in that movie.
Absolutely. I have kind of a weird question. For me,
Okay.
and I wonder if this happened a lot, for me, my parents had to have like a conversation with me about
I
some
always
things
put it-
after I
Yeah.
saw that movie.
In your
Yeah.
box.
Is that a common...
Yeah, it's a common
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in,
It's like, this is my blind
today's
square.
environment, we maybe wouldn't have
couldn't-
shot
right.
that scene.
Agree. Yes. I'm glad you answered it
But
before I
it
could
was a
ask it.
simpler time
Yeah.
then.
Do you find that a lot of people of a certain age have an affinity for you because of that?
Oh, yeah,
You're like,
absolutely. Absolutely. They're
For which project?
a rave.
from Big.
Oh, Big, the best.
60?
The best.
Because, you know, I was about the age of the kid in Big when Big was happening, and I was like, what? What is happening here?
Sorry,
I was excited when she was
not
coming on the
used to
show.
5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So many people were.
I think it's awesome.
I was so excited
Action
they gave her
is
chips.
not me
Okay,
here,
sorry.
and we do have to go to a break, but before that, I want to
Oh,
tell...
you're just breaking because you don't want to.
That's right. I'm so scared of what's happening here. No, I have to tell the people at home how they can enter to win an all-expense-paid trip to LA to play here at this table on national television. First, find yourself a Zoltar machine. Kidding. It's easier than that. Just download the free Poker Night America app and register. That's it. There's still one spot left to fill on our season finale, June 19th. Get in there before it's too late. The contest is absolutely free to enter, but keeping the lights on here ain't, so we'll be right back.
How would you like to play against the pros on national TV? Download now to play and win. It's absolutely free to play.
So I have limited history with Randall Emmett. He got extremely mad at me in a cash game about 5 years ago because I won a large pot off him and then left right after, and he kind of lost it and told me I was never welcome at the game anymore. And I had given notice like a half hour earlier saying that I had to leave. It was about it was about 1 in the morning, and I think at midnight I said I'm leaving in a half an hour. We kept playing, and I was there for about 4 hours, and then I won a big pot off him. And then as I scooped it, I said, okay, I'm leaving. And he accused me of hit and running and lost his
You're a hit run special.
Welcome back, my babies, to Poker Night Live. There's already a brief debate about that story. We are live from the Gardens Casino here in Los Angeles. I just want to remind you all that the voice you hear at home occasionally, that is our insightful commentator, Jesse Abramowitz. Jesse, since we can't hear you, say something about who's playing the worst tonight.
Definitely probably Randall.
Randall, do you think he said Salzburg? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he said Salzburg was going to hit and run.
I'm number one always. Always.
Well, you're going
I
to be.
might challenge you on
Salzburg's
that.
the biggest nit of the game, but he's definitely a good player. Yeah,
I've lost the most money in the game.
but you're the best player in the game.
I mean, in the game total, like you've lost more at poker than everyone.
Well, no, I didn't say that.
In
I said
life.
in tonight's game.
Well, I've made it awkward.
I think the women are ruling some.
I think so.
Oh, it's my turn to act. That's
By
why
the way,
I
I
was
was
looking
gonna
at it.
say
Everyone's looking at you because it's
that stack over there is growing.
it's not bad.
Does that mean he's ready to leave?
No, that's Matt.
What?
That's Matt.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna win one
I thought you were
more
talking
pot
about
and get
growing.
out of
here. No, I was talking about- yeah.
Her. I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about Matt's stack.
No. Matt's gonna hold till he has aces, ace king, plays 4 hands.
And then leave.
Yeah.
And then he takes
No, the only
Can he-
thing is
can
he's
he
got to
leave in the
stay the whole
middle?
2 hours. But let me tell you, he'll be in the car first before anybody.
What is that?
He won't even cash out. The chips will go in the car. He'll send somebody back.
My Uber's here, guys. Gotta go.
How long ago was that? Years.
5 years
Yeah.
ago, 6 years ago,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah,
5
maybe
years
longer.
ago, 4 months, 3 days.
It feels like yesterday, that day.
4-way action to the flop.
I never heard whose house it was at.
Check.
Oh, no. It was in a casino, wasn't it?
No,
at
it
the
was at a home
Gardens?
game.
I know.
Yeah.
It was at Matt's house.
Randall told
I
me
went
he
to bed.
Just so I can invite it back to other games. It was at Matt's house for sure.
And he left. So
I
no.
Well, the
went
funny
to- I
part
went
is
to
that
my
Randall
room.
banned him.
Action on you.
No, I checked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Action checks through to the turn.
Between you guys.
7 of diamonds. Salzburg's still ahead.
Matt Elizabeth, Kevin Nealon, and there's like other writers. Weeds was like a poker set, right?
Oh, was it?
We had a lot of poker references on the show.
Yeah,
for sure.
well,
I don't know why we never played together.
But we didn't ever play.
Wow.
That's surprising.
A lot of poker players not playing poker.
I remember being
Doesn't happen a lot.
because Kevin Nealon obviously is a
We
poker
should've
fan, right?
played. We don't know. Yeah, Kevin's a great poker player.
Because usually I'm like third or fourth choice for hosting poker shows, and then one time I
We
saw
know.
Kevin. I know, no, but that's good. But then one time Kevin got a poker show, Kevin Nealon did, and I was like, well, that's it.
That's
Like,
right. He hosted a poker show. I forgot
Yeah,
about
I was
that.
like, well, that's it. If celebrities are going to start hosting now, I will never get another job ever again. He must really be into it to have taken a show.
But you're a celebrity.
100 more.
You are such a
175?
celebrity.
155.
155.
Randall Emmett turning 4-3 high
See?
into
I
a
knew
bluff. Will make it
Slide him right
155. Salzburg does
After
call
you
to
gave
the
the
river
nitty
we go.
speech about him, I folded a good
There's some
hand. to
action
him.
happening here.
I would've
at this
loved
I was trying to talk to
table.
Matt about weeds.
Chips would be in
Not
play.
at
That
this
major
hand.
pot going down. There it is.
Check. Check.
Ooh. 10 high flush.
10 high.
10 high flush.
Pull these in here.
Quick check, and Salzburg will take a big one
Have a
down.
good night, Matt.
See ya.
Guys,
Yep.
I gotta go. It's
Matt's
over.
leaving.
Everybody Matt Salzburg, everybody.
I made my dinner money.
Great seeing you.
Made my dinner money.
Nice hand.
Thanks.
Rush hour, we'll keep it.
Honestly, I'm just trying to felt myself so I can buy in for more.
I see. Okay. Well, you can send some of it this way.
Yeah, you can just fold to me. I mean,
You know what? I want everybody to know that I'm making it 75 in the dark when it comes to me.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win Randall's 75 today.
Matt just put me on tilt.
I forgot my suit jacket today, so I went and bought another one right before the show. But I'm leaving the tag on it because if I don't win, I'm bringing it back.
There you go.
She's saying you need to do that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring it back. If I bring it back the same day, they could never
You're
sue
going to
my
confuse the
morning.
people at home.
Somewhere there's
It's
a clerk
binding.
going,
It's binding.
I want it to be
CBS is on in the
binding
corner.
for another 200.
All right. Well, there's been a blind raise to 75.
Not yet, almost.
Yeah, you got
After
one
Julie.
more next time.
After Julie.
Julie, just move all
If Julie calls,
I know what's happening.
Then you know it's aces.
I'm insta folding.
So Randall has blind raised to 75.
Yes.
Weeds is
Cards
another thing you guys
better
gotta
than what
do
he
a little
usually plays
differently
anyway.
if we did it the present day, right?
Show me something
Because weed was
good.
legal.
Right.
Yeah, weed would be legal now.
I mean, we couldn't even have the show.
Right.
now. It
It's
was
just what.
an illegal drug dealer during the legal era.
Right. It just doesn't
That
work.
Now
could
you
be
can do it
genius.
without,
We
oh,
could-
there you go.
Yeah.
Like someone who's so delusional.
Because if
That
someone
they're just
raised
like-
on
They don't know.
75,
They think they're breaking the law. still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
You're
never
gonna have
been
to
in
pull
a
it
pot
out to be done.
store.
I'm all in.
Saw one on weeds and was like, oh, that's what the inside of a pot store looks like.
You learned it from watching TV, just like I learned everything.
The set of weeds was very cool because we had
All in.
the grow house contraption and so forth.
Right, we had all these-
She's going to use
Straddle,
straddling.
straddle.
So he's
Seemed
going
like
all
it was
in.
a real operation.
Fine.
And in fact, we had suggested that we should grow on the set because nobody would ever
I owe you-
suspect
I owe you.
because it's
Right.
just
Yeah,
product.
It's so obvious.
Right.
If you lose 10.
We're not saying we did or anything.
We're like,
right, man.
whoa, what's going on
Yeah,
here?
Randall's all in dark.
No, he looked.
All in.
Matt's also all in.
I didn't see my hand.
Randall's committed $440 all in with 5 high. Salzburg's got 2 9s. He's all in for 730.
Come on, have
on,
kings.
monster.
Because I have aces in the dark.
I can't play this.
Okay.
Damn it.
Okay. Twice,
Sure, whatever you want.
2 boards.
Okay.
This is Randall Emmett in a nutshell. They will run it twice.
Oh, you never looked?
No.
Can I look?
I don't have aces.
I'm not
Can we see what Matt's hand is so we know what we're sweating against?
Matt has ace king, so
No.
right now top board he's good.
No, right now I'm not looking great.
Oh,
That's
if I have a
not-
jack,
Not a
just-
terrible
Oh, you
card
still
for
don't
Matt.
know.
If
No.
Nines? Or
Julie, don't
Okay,
tell
so
me.
yes.
I'm not saying.
Randall does not know, but he's
correct.
playing the board.
Ace what?
Nines?
All the way.
I have jacks.
These
Jack,
two
me
jacks.
too.
Out of the
I have a
box.
6 though. No, I haven't looked.
You
I haven't
coulda.
looked. I haven't looked.
No, you have jacks and sixes.
Yeah.
Oh, full board.
No,
2 boards.
full
2
board.
boards.
I'm nervous.
Here comes the second run out. Salzburg has locked up half the pot.
Oh, the same board.
Oh my God.
That's
Did you
really good for
shuffle?
you.
That's pretty good for me. If
That's actually really
with
good for you.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, because you have, what pair do you have? Queens?
Wow, that's
Oh
a
my
pretty good
God.
board.
Wow.
What?
He's got,
There's not
I
an
have
ace or
nines.
jack
I was
left.
going to ask that nines.
Salzburg's got 9s. Randall's got a deuce.
There's not many out
Hard to
there.
have something on that board.
Nines and aces on the bottom.
There it goes. And Randall gets his wish. Here come the white chips. There they are. All right, good luck, everyone.
It was fun, everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna go now. See you later.
Let me get
I'm leaving in about 4
100.
hours.
Actually, give me 90 because I.
No, I'm not doing that.
No.
Take it.
Stop. I forced you into action that you should not have been a part of. Okay.
I've only had to reload once on the show, and it was when Randall was on before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What
I had to
happened?
reload once on the show, too.
Antonio, in the 30 minutes you've been here. Randall and Antonio were playing such big pots that eventually I was like, I'm going to take a stand here with King Jack. And Antonio had kings.
4,500,
And
roughly.
he busted me and busted Randall and everyone else. We decided this was the right time to get it in. I think Randall, we figured out that Randall flatted 250 big blinds pre-flop with 10-5 offsuit. And
Against
somehow
kings.
it didn't hold up.
Against kings, shocking.
It's hard to beat kings.
It's very hard.
What's crazy is that
Especially with 10-5.
Antonio had been raising and re-raising the entire time, and then the one time
And then the one time that I go for it, he has the hand. That's standard in our history.
And if you're wondering about those white
Randall,
chips in
didn't
front of
your
Randall
car get
Emmett, he
stolen
just
right
rebought
after-
for
like that night?
4,500.
No, like a couple days later.
Okay.
A couple days later. Yeah, and I had just bought that car like 3 months earlier, so it was great. It was a fantastic morning to wake up. And I remember the funny thing is, well, it wasn't funny, but my daughter walks out and she goes, Daddy, where's your car? And of course I'm trying to be cool and be like, oh, Daddy left it at the office. No.
Nope.
No.
Unfortunately, it's time to take another break. Fortunately, Tiffany Michelle is here to tell us what's up later this week.
We have an exciting lineup this week on the Gardens Poker Night live stream. On Thursday, 4-time bracelet winner Jeff Madsen will be here, along with celebrity friends, including UFC fighter Jake Ellenberger. Tune in at 5 p.m. Pacific and visit gardenspokernight.com for more information. Poker Night Live is brought to you by Kimosabi Mezcal, and we'll be back after this.
How would you like to play against the pros on national TV? Download now to play and win. It's absolutely free to play.
Well, I can't explain why I love poker, but I think I just love it. I think it's made me better in so many ways at different aspects of my life, trying to think differently and the dynamics of game theory and puzzle solving. And I think producing is a lot like poker. I think that when you're producing, you have so many balls in there, you have so many dynamics you can't control. Just when you think you have it all figured out, some variable comes in the door that you don't expect. And it's just, I think that's what I love, and I thrive on that kind of, those challenges. If anything was easy in producing, it just never happens. Nothing is easy. Everything you get presented a million curveballs a day, and I think I always feel like that every time I sit down at the poker table.
Welcome back, my babies. This is Poker Night Live. I'm Joe Stapleton. We're at the Garden Casino in Los Angeles playing low-stakes poker with wheelers and dealers and moneymakers. And as we play on, I'd like to bring up the hopefully not too sore subject of Julie Yorn being nominated for an Academy Award.
That's not
Never a sore subject.
Okay, we don't it's never like, oh no, I'd really rather not talk about that.
No, I'm fine.
In that moment when they're announcing the category, is it like waiting to see if a bluff gets through? Like, is your whole body just tense and?
Well, I was sleeping because it's at 5 in the morning or 4:30, and somebody called. But by then we'd had so much love and support from all the critics, and it sort of felt like it was more like when we got the Golden Globe initially that I was like, oh my God, we're getting into the conversation.
Yeah.
And it was thrilling. The bigger thrill for me was after we went through it, and just being a nominee, that I got to join the Academy. That was like a thrill for me.
So this was a first-time experience for you.
Yeah.
155.
Sorry, I don't even know. Okay. Oh, definitely it was. I mean, I've been proud of a lot of the movies I've made, most of the movies I've made, but to have other people sort of validate it, it sounds.
Did you have moments
It's going
of
to the
just
right
being
place, so.
like a giddy
know how
child
much. Is that
about it?
right?
Because what I really love about Randall is that he is like a movie fan also, and he's like a total goofball, and that he's like if someone got let into can by accident, that's how he acts. And I want to know, do you allow yourself to behave that way too? Because I just think that's what I love about him.
I think there's a balance with Julie a little more.
I felt like that they do this luncheon for the nominees before the awards, and you're standing on the stage, and they say, "Congratulations, class of 2017." You're standing there amongst, you know, some really big titans, and it's really thrilling. You're like, I get to be in the same company as these people. But for me, the biggest thrill was I got to take my daughter to the show as a nominee.
Oh,
that was like,
Oh, that's awesome.
and she was really excited, you know, like she got to meet Ryan Gosling, and
Oh my God.
so that was the thrill.
cool.
That was the thing she wanted the most.
Just to catch you up here,
Those teenagers.
Moneymaker
And
limped for
also
5. Emmett
Manuel
3
Miranda.
bet,
So, yeah.
or raised
But,
rather. Moneymaker
not-
made it
I
like
don't know that-
135. Emmett
I'm
came
not
along.
that
Emmett now
into
has
those kinds of things,
flush.
but to have-
Already made it straight,
felt really
and
special
Moneymaker
to
joined a
walk
club
the red
here.
carpet with her, and no, to make her proud of her mom
Yeah,
and
her
as
mom. See how
a
hard her
mother
mom
role
worked.
model, you know.
You mean for your teenage daughter to think you're cool?
Yeah. Well, but also for her, as she goes out into the world, that you can do those things. And I never had any connections to get into the business, and I just worked hard and started, you know, at the bottom. And so I
Your
think
production assistant?
I was a mailroom person. I mean, I did the whole thing. Yeah.
Bad card for Moneymaker.
Which mail?
William.
He started in the mailroom too. Look at him, he's got fans on the rail.
I'm
Wow.
gonna run this way, huh?
So by the way, during the break, Chris got felted by Randall and rebought, and looks like history is repeating itself.
Ooh, ow, ah.
What a hand.
Nice flop.
And
We'll get it back
Nice turn.
eventually. You
The
just have
donkey
to have
run.
the bankroll.
The
to
donkey
survive that.
runs
I
good
understand.
sometimes.
And the
fish
redraw,
runs.
too. Crazy.
7 this time.
Moneymaker adding on 700.
Yes,
So have you watched Barry this season? On
I did.
HBO?
I saw that.
They
It's
used
very
We Bought
funny.
a
Yeah, I
Zoo.
remember. Yeah.
It's me.
I think
I
it's-
bought the zoo.
I think it's the title that we get that kind of
Right.
love after the fact. But it was really funny, yeah, when she's saying, look at the primates, or so she was doing a whole
I learned
scene.
more from that monkey. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really proud of that movie. I just think maybe our title threw people off.
Is it too late to change it?
Can we change it now?
We'll do a re-release of the new title.
Yeah.
Buying, how much more did you get?
7.
700. He buying 700.
Okay, I'm just gonna limp in, guys. All right.
I'm gonna limp behind you. I'm gonna limp behind
If
you.
you're,
How
if
about
you're
that?
playing, I'll watch one.
I said
wow.
that before I even looked at my cards. I said I'll limp behind. Randall, limp behind.
I can't help myself.
That is
I mean, I
helping
got the
himself.
button.
Him
This
helping
is
himself.
exciting. It means I'm in position.
He's
I was trying to be
doing
like,
No, the fact that he
I was trying to keep it front.
fact
I
that he
know.
limped in.
Exactly. Me too.
He doesn't play a lot of hands. So it's
not against
exciting.
you.
Yeah, no,
Smart,
most people
smart.
don't.
Plays like me. We play a lot.
Yeah.
I
Couple
play like I'm
limps.
not a rich
were
movie
a
producer.
Mandatory
Neighbors.
raise from Emmett.
Check.
3 callers, or rather 3 to the flop. Ace 5
Boy.
Trey.
Give it to
Oh
me.
boy.
Got there. 40.
That's 40.
I'll call.
Stapes bets 40 with
I re-get
the
there.
straight.
One more to re-get there. Club. 60.
That's 60.
How many plans?
not limping now.
How many hands does he play?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Not a lot, Julie.
Okay. Was that any good?
That is no good. you can pick one. Pick one.
That one.
No, this was the right one.
Ace. No, four. Obviously.
I mean, Salzburg's
Either-
so good.
either
I gotta give credit where credit
Had to have
is
the
due.
6, huh?
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna
Salzburg,
ace
you playing any more tonight, or you're on?
change thing here. Thank you.
I probably shouldn't yell "got there." There's one way I'd probably lose money on that hand. Probably should have played that a little differently.
I could actually see it in your face.
Well, that's why I know I don't have a
I
poker
I need to
face.
pay him
and then
off a
I-
little.
Not have a
'cause
poker face.
He's such a nice host. I felt like I should
disagree.
pay him
I
off.
think you have a poker face. I think part of being a comedian is being slightly dead inside, and that you can channel it in poker.
I am really good at being dead inside. You're right about that.
That's
So-
really funny.
That is
Don't
pretty
sell
funny.
yourself short, buddy.
I'm trying to spruce up the game here for whatever reason.
I can see
I
that.
have no idea why I'm doing this.
When you're doing open mics
like it.
at 4 in the afternoon at a place that people like drink wine and paint, you are dead inside. There is no. I'm not faking it.
Do you perform in Los Angeles clubs a lot?
Not a lot. I did the Comedy Store a couple weekends ago, but it was one of those bringer shows. It wasn't like I was actually booked by anybody. But yeah, I do every once in a while in LA.
You should let us know. I'd like to see it.
Well, that would be amazing. Let me tell you. A bunch of the crew came out, which I'm very appreciative of. Thank you guys. About 20
Did you
people.
see
from the crew came out.
documentary about Gary Shandling?
I haven't gotten to that one.
It's
yet.
amazing.
Fantastic.
I loved it.
It is?
Yeah.
It's one of those things
It's
I'm
so
like
good.
saving for a special occasion because I know it's just going to be so great.
Really interesting.
He was very evolved for
I
his
loved
time. Like, mentally, it's
But
pretty
also,
good.
like, his
I mean,
story, the whole thing about, you know, doing stand-up and the experiences and what that put him through. It's a rough deal.
Yeah,
Rough
for
train.
sure.
But I love
Moneymaker takes a stab at it here with 5 high. As it checks all the way through to the river, Randall will call with ace
I learned
high.
about him in school, like
Yeah.
in college
All I know is
courses,
ace.
Gary Shandling takes a chapter.
I got a 5.
Oh my God, I was ahead of you.
I thought it was a brilliant documentary.
There's
was
one person
great,
I was like,
yeah.
as long as he doesn't call, I'm good. As long as he doesn't.
I would like to rewatch it.
really
'cause
nice
I
to get
watched it
somebody
in
back.
pieces numerous times.
But that board
Yeah,
just
what-
ran out
that-
so good.
That works on everybody
Inspiring
except for
to me.
one in that hand.
I forgot what an influence he was on me. Like, I started writing around the time
I was
of
like,
Larry
finally, a
Sanders,
hand I
and that
can't
show
lose
was
any money in.
such a big-
I got a hand I can't like
It's
run
very
bad or do anything.
influential.
Nobody
lose
had
any
done
money.
anything like it.
Yeah, just a cable tonal masterpiece. I mean, so grounded and yeah.
I was on his talk show a few times.
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
about Matt because
Guys, I'm so sorry we have to step away once again, but first a reminder that weekdays at noon Eastern, Jim Rome welcomes you to the jungle. For 3 hot hours of hot takes, high-impact interviews, and a steady dose of the clones, it's the Jim Rome Show on CBS Sports Network. Poker Night Live will be back after these words.
Poker Night Live is brought to you by our trusted friend, Kimosabi Mezcal. Why settle for tequila? Step up to Kimosabi.
Joe Stapleton of a poker player. I mean, you know, look, he's a comedian. We all know this. He's been behind the camera for a long time. And you know what? When he can see the cards, he's amazing. I mean, he can read a hand like with the best of them. The problem is when he gets on the table and he can't see the cards anymore, he just goes, you know, I don't want to say he's dumb, but he's used this for so long as a crutch that he doesn't know what to do when he can't see the other people's cards.
Welcome back to the Gardens Casino. This is Poker Night Live, Hollywood home game, wheelers, dealers, and moneymakers. I am Joe Stapleton, and the only thing I have ever had greenlit was my senior year dorm room on St. Patrick's Day. Chris, this is gonna be weird.
I didn't know that was like gonna go on air.
You didn't know? Hey, look, I'm shaking my moneymaker. This is my,
Is that right?
I'm not above prop comedy.
Yeah. 35.
By the way, there's no way that's your real name. Come on.
Really? We're gonna do that now?
Last week, the Toms from Vanderpump played on the show, and they had a debate afterward
The
as
Toms
to whether or
were
not,
here?
yeah, as to whether or not that was your real name.
Well,
Like,
I
when we played
brought
afterward.
the first Tom on the episode I was on. Then they brought
Sandoval
then
or
they-
Schwartz?
Schwartz. I played with both of them
She's
a lot.
very.
And then they had both
What
of
is
them
it,
on the
35?
show last week, and they were great.
They were great. It was
I'm
we
a
had blast.
Vanderpump Rules freak.
Yes, I noticed
No, like
because
freaking.
Shutting
we just shot a video during the commercial break
To Lala Kent.
for Lala.
Lala.
Love her.
What's her real name, Lala? She must have a real
We're gonna
name.
get 5 to the flop here.
Her name's Lala Kent.
Isn't it Lauren?
Lauren Lala Kent.
Oh boy. Don't ask me how I do that. I've never Googled her.
Did you used to date her, Joe, before?
No.
Oh, God.
Certainly.
There's already a rivalry here. I thought it.
Don't need- I really like Randall coming on the
How
show.
much
I'm
is
gonna
that,
bow out
35?
of this
I miss you
conversation.
guys. I like this show. It's very friendly and fun and,
It is.
and lighthearted.
And
No, Lala wanted to come. She wanted to come tonight, but she had to work. So, but she
She's working tonight?
is.
That's her.
you know where to find her. Just go.
It's on you,
I think
Chris.
it's on you, Chris.
Well, we're gonna.
Oh, I'm
we're
sorry.
gonna all have dinner.
Where does that gonna go?
How much is it?
35.
35.
I felt bad about what I said. Now
No, don't.
I felt bad what I said too, but I didn't mean it. I was being sarcastic.
Chris and I
What
have
did you guys say that was so bad?
Well,
I
Chris
wouldn't have
was
to
talking
fair,
about it. I don't feel bad
but
at all.
4 players are going to go to the
Matt got me in
turn.
interview right here. And so Chris and I have a long tradition of him terrorizing me and slow rolling me in situations where there's an audience watching. And there was one time he did it so badly that I almost teared up at the table, but luckily the show we were doing, I got a famous athlete so drunk that they decided not to air it.
No.
And so it never saw the light of day. So this footage where Chris slow rolls me, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so mad at him.
I got him good.
It never aired.
Really?
Yes. So he's waiting for another opportunity to do it to me tonight.
Oh, I can't
But
wait.
I can't win a hand though.
Yeah. Chris hasn't been running.
Salzburg does go runner-runner to pair, but
like
second
skill level
best to
100 running
Bjorn straight.
Well, I don't know. I just put my money in drawing completely. Well, actually, that's not. I wasn't drawing stone dead. I didn't have a flush draw.
He wasn't. Not this time.
All right, good fall, Matt. Come on, let's keep the game on.
Matt's got the stare.
God, Matt, yeah.
I might have let her bluff, but
I had a really nice.
Yes,
No one's
You want to
bluffing
see
me
one?
from here
I
on
can see
out.
it. Which
Okay.
one?
it's all good.
This
Well, there you
I
go.
love this one.
Yeah, that was a better one. That's a pretty good one.
That's a good one.
Jack.
That's my
That
hardest.
can,
Yeah.
that
I wish I
confirm-
said the other one.
That confirmed my laydown. That's a solid one.
Mine was a hard lay down.
That's too fair.
Did anyone at this table start playing poker because they watched Chris in 2003?
Well, kind of. I can't say it was the sole reason, but it certainly helped contribute to this problem that I have.
I've apologized
you.
to a lot of people.
I'm sure you have.
I call him the John Connor of poker because
It's
if you
true.
were gonna go back and try to make poker not happen, you got to take this guy out.
Who?
I started playing when I was
That's
a
why,
child.
though, going back to what I said, my favorite thing is that he went back to work. Because I know
Maybe-
these people,
wait.
they win one event and they're like, I'm done with my career. And they go on to have no life.
Well, but maybe that already happened, and
There was a better poker that happened, and this
well,
is the.
no, he had a different name before, and then as part of the taking out the other guy, or him, he was Chris Smith before, but then knew that he was going to win the World Series, so he changed his name to Moneymaker.
Yeah, quickly
and then
ran.
won.
They're ruining the plot.
That would be the Biff.
Oh, I just want to see a
The
flop.
Biff Sports Almanac version. As you go back, change Chris Smith's name,
I need to see all 5
Chris
cards.
Moneymaker, and make poker happen.
Exactly.
Quickly
I'd
ran
like to
down
have
to the
just, like,
court.
Randall was dealt both cards, so he makes it 20 pre-flop.
It's a good thing we're not allowed
They
to
have
say
to be-
certain words because there's a lot of swinging happening on this
There
end of the
is,
table over here.
there is. We're being quiet over
Yeah,
here,
I know.
too.
Yeah, this is the
It's happening.
serious
It's all happening.
corner down here.
No. There's nothing serious about this game.
Julie up and down with
ask
her
you.
6,
She
but
thinks about that. Yeah.
trailing the kicker up. There it is on the river.
Straight.
Straight on the river.
Yep.
Sick. Oh, I
But I had
had
a
you
pair.
dominated. Dominated. Nice hand, Julie. God, see, that's the difference between an Academy Award nominee and a non-Academy Award nominee. She can do magical things.
If she
You seem to
wasn't
do just
nominated,
great.
you would have held.
Randall's
Oh,
been
for
working
sure.
with.
Of course.
Is this
It
yours?
changed everything.
Randall's been working with my longtime partner, brother-in-law,
Yeah.
and Mr. Scorsese on some amazing movies. And
Wow.
Thank you. And I'll tell you, her brother-in-law is by far one of the greatest producer, manager extraordinaire, and really has managed some amazing careers.
Absolutely.
Your brother-in-law, Pete Yorn?
No, but he's amazing. I bet you're a Pete fan because I feel like you have really good musical taste, and right? Or you're just pulling that out of the research.
No, I was introduced.
There's a lot of
I was
research in this.
introduced. No, there is some research, but I was introduced to Pete Yorn by a girl when I was in college, and so it.
Really?
Yeah,
Which record?
I do not know because I shouldn't even say this, but it was the dawn of the MP3. It was new to us all back then. I don't steal music anymore.
Okay, got it.
But
That's
when
okay.
I was in college,
Pete's generous. He would give you his music.
so I do not know what album it was.
I'm going heads up against Randall again.
Yes.
What is it? 50?
Oh, this is.
60?
I'm so behind, I think, right
You know
now.
what I'm gonna do? I'm
probably
gonna go home and
80-20.
buy.
I think you're behind right now.
I'm gonna buy a couple albums tonight.
I need to
to make up
flop a monster.
He's so. Oh, sorry. He's so good. He has a new record he just came out with Scarlett Johansson. That's incredible.
Really?
She has an amazing voice.
She's got an incredible voice.
Yeah.
Wow.
She
And
really
they had
does.
They had done a record before together, and they just did this one. It's Amazing.
She seeing anyone?
She has a boyfriend.
So Emmett flops a straight draw. Yorn has
The
2
guy
of
from
his outs.
Colin
I can't.
Colin Jost.
I can't keep up with the celebrity
How pretty was that?
liaisons.
I don't know
Ball.
anybody
Ace
they're
ball.
dating.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I just remember she was
Look
good
at
in
that.
that Ghost
Add now,
World
I'll be
movie. Is
You did.
Hopefully you were the same age as her then, because now you can't really.
I can't say that
No.
now, right?
Who's Scarlett?
Yeah.
As if I didn't have enough reason to sweat the guy on Weekend Update enough. Like just the job in and of itself. Right, I'm saying I already am envious of the man's life, and then he starts dating Scarlett Johansson. I'm like, great,
He's
wonderful.
funny. He
haven't seen
writes
it.
all the
Same thing, Jason Sudeikis. I'm like,
But I
come
think-
on.
But listen to the record. That's what
they're married, aren't
Which
they?
record?
Married?
The Pete Yorn Scarlett Johansson record.
Oh, listen to the new record. I'm
New
going to get
record.
it.
You will love it. I promise you.
But that's not the person that you're talking about that works with Randall.
That is Rick.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's obviously the Yorn bloodline is running good.
Yeah.
We call it the Yorn Dynasty.
Yeah, I think that's. Wow, we've really pumped
I'm
it
just
up.
kidding. I married into it, so I wasn't born of blood. So
No, I know.
I just dropped all my chips.
Well, Salzburg. Well,
He's playing.
just because I'm mad at Matt, I'm gonna make
mean,
way
this
for
is
Oh, for
Tiffany.
God's sake.
Even though it's completely irrelevant and it was old about 24 hours after it happened, where do you stand in the whole Yanni Laurel debate?
You know, Joe, it's weird because some people hear Kimosabi Mezcal and other people hear Kimosabi Mezcal. And all I know is both sound delicious, and I'll take one of each. Poker Night Live will be back right after this.
Poker Night Live is brought to you by our trusted friend, Kimosabi Mezcal. Why settle for tequila? Step up to Kimosabi.
I like to be an underdog in all situations, including poker. I feel like I'm the Rocky of poker. You know, I want to come back. I was trying to decide, am I going to try to play good poker or be myself? I'm going to go with the effort of playing good poker, but if I was to bet on myself, I'm going to be a maniac. All right, Torpedo Tuesday, we're doing it. Poker Night Live, CBS Sports. We are live. When you wake up in the morning, go for it, never, ever give up.
Welcome back to Poker Night Live, Hollywood Home Game, Wheelers, Dealers, and Moneymakers. I'm your host, Joe Stapleton. Our commentator is Jesse Abramowitz. Jesse holds none of the cards, but he does see them all. Jesse, say something about Randall's playing style.
It's a lot like the bus from Speed.
Obviously, we cannot read lips. We do not know what Jesse said there. Only you people at home can. And guys, we had a massive hand happen during the break. And even though we know what happened because we played it out, we decided, you know what, people on TV need to see this. People at home watching TV need to see this. And also, Elizabeth didn't see what happened. So right now, we're going to act out the scene exactly as it went down, a dramatic reenactment between Randall Emmett and Matthew Salzburg. And by the way, there's a gigantic pot here, if you guys can't see that.
It's huge.
It's like $700.
Check.
You check?
Yeah.
All in.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, it's a straight against a different set.
He reenacted his vomit.
Oh my God.
That was
The puke has already been cleaned up off the floor. Yeah.
that hurt me, and I wasn't even playing.
and hadn't seen it.
As you walked up, she's like, what? What did I miss?
God,
Matt, thank you
Miracle River.
for waiting all that time
that
because
was definitely a Miracle River card. That
was the money card.
That was
as they
the-
say.
That was the moneymaker card for sure.
Money card.
Chris, would you say I'm running pretty good? Like, if I could run like this every day in the main event, I have a chance?
You said you couldn't run good for 2 hours. How much longer do we have? How much longer do we have?
Rebuy.
I give Matt a lot of credit for waiting around to do the
I know.
having lost.
By the way, Matt, I'm going to say another word. It's the fact you hung in there and reenacted it.
Yeah. Well done.
Better man than
It's
I.
the only way to save face in that situation. Be like, yeah, I'll reenact it. I'm not really, really mad at you.
Can I get color?
So does this mean you have to bet big to win big?
Bet big to lose big,
Exactly.
bet big to win big. Goes either way. Goes either way.
Bet big to Randall. That's it.
Thank you, Randall.
That's for her. Sorry.
Thank you.
Have you guys? That was great acting, by the
Yeah.
way. Wonderful.
What do you
Well
think?
done.
Yeah, pretty
You
good.
should ask.
Yeah, I thought y'all were the producers.
Elizabeth,
Was
what
the
did you
acting-
think of the
what do you-
How was the acting?
The acting, I thought Matt was a little bit better.
Yeah.
I'm just
I have
saying,
no skills.
Was Randall a little big? He could take it the land down a little.
I think I'm more of like,
Unbelievable.
if I was an actor, I think
So
I'd be more of a
believable.
community theater. Not that there's anything wrong, but community theater in like a really, really far away place like Antarctica. You know, I'd be like the
Doing like
festival
Death of the
director.
Salesman.
Where you are the community?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think Matt.
Yeah, you are.
I think Matt would be fine. You know.
Can you come to your left a little bit?
What's that?
Come
So
to your
things
left.
faring differently
Back
for Randall Emmett on this show. He lost about $7 grand on his first appearance here.
Julie and Randall, have you guys had to fire actors off your movies before?
Actors are so easy to deal with, always, aren't they?
I'm trying to think. How
Are you trying to think if you've done it or if there's one you can actually
Yeah,
talk
she's trying to think of the story she
Exactly.
can say.
Right.
I think we've all had to deal. I'll give the politically correct answer, but a little truth. I think we've all
What is
had
that,
to let
Vincent?
actors go for certain reasons. But it's like such a last resort type thing. It's like to do that is such a. It's heartbreaking for the film, for everybody, and I've only had to do it 2 times, maybe 3 out of 100 films. So I don't know
We
how many
unfortunately can't let producers go.
Randall, can you put your cards on?
That was
on the
really
reader so they
good.
can
Hold
get-
on. Yeah.
That's right. We don't know
got
what
too many
Randall
chips,
has
guys.
just
I
yet.
was
Not
on the
like it
other
really
side of that
matters, but
experience when I was a manager of actors, and that was.
You got fired.
he
by
has a
clients.
gut shot
No,
with
no,
5
no.
deuce, so
Well,
see at the
sure,
river.
No, that actors got fired off of projects, and
Oh, okay.
that's hard.
Yeah, that has to be.
Was it ever for in either time like really far into
Do you like
the
that
shooting?
poker face? I'm like,
What's it?
yes.
Really?
Oh, see, that's I
That's gotta
didn't
be a
have
real
that.
kick in the-
That,
yeah.
That's got to be.
Yeah,
Brutal.
that's really hard. I once I represented somebody who was very young, and that was really hard watching somebody who can't conceptualize.
Yeah, they can't deal with it at that. Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll straddle.
I think it's heartbreaking on any movie when you have that kind of.
Randall, get your chips out of
What
the.
for me? Well, if it's
He's
can I get
still
some color?
stacking them.
I don't
Which color?
like the reds. A lot, sorry. Straddle.
Randall has a lot of chips.
Actually, no straddle. I
He's
make it
still
100.
stacking them.
I don't
100
think
in the
Randall's
dark.
lost a hand.
I don't think
This
he
is like
either.
I'm trying to give them away.
That's because I've been folding ace king to him all night.
Well, Randall straddled to 100 or whatever.
Did you call for a color
Did you just make it 100?
in the dark?
We might have to enact the big game rules on this show. Pot limit pre-flop, no limit after the flop.
I like changing rules in the middle of the game. It makes it more fun.
Let's just go all in.
What?
There you go, Chris. Good luck.
So
Good
excited,
luck.
Chris.
Good luck.
Chris, the dream. The dream.
Good luck, Owen.
Let me sweat with you. Let me see what we got.
Okay. Oh, that's a good hand for me.
I don't think you can lose.
Yeah.
I folded a queen.
Hold on.
Put it out for him because he's
put it out
definitely
for
going
me.
to win.
Go ahead and run the board, sure. We want to see
He's
if
definitely
Randall
gonna
would've
win.
beat
Oh, God, I'm on. No.
Oh, wow, that's.
We'd run
Can
it
you
twice
have
anyway.
diamonds?
We'd run it twice
Whoa.
anyway. One more time.
I
Whoa.
would have won.
Wow.
I would have won.
Or seeing the run out of the hand that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Emmett did, in
would've
fact,
won the
fold
first
queen 6 there
second
to
time I-
Moneymaker's
First
shove
time
with
you
deuces.
did.
Nice.
Nice hand.
I just wanted to win one.
No, but hey, the tide's turning.
Yeah,
I
feel
love
it.
deuces. I love pocket deuces.
I'm not a big fan, but
Really?
$100 out there that's
But you
just
just
sitting there.
won.
What? I love pocket deuces now.
Coming or no?
They do never lose.
Deuces never loses.
That's a myth.
What?
That's a myth. Deuces
eyeball.
always. I say.
Deuces always loses.
loses.
But when there's $100 out there blind, the deuces better not lose.
It's true. You were in a good. You're in good shape.
What?
You're in good shape in that situation.
I don't know if you're in good shape. If he says the word call, then that's not really what you want to hear.
Wait, it's like bingo, I-64.
You're only in terrible shape when he calls you with ace deuce.
Oh, that's a problem.
This is a raise to 100, Matt?
No, it's a call.
Just a call, okay.
Was this blind again, or was this actually?
No, I saw.
And what's
Not
the
that-
call?
by the way, does that really matter?
Doesn't matter.
I do
Yes,
the same-
because if I were to do something
Oh,
stupid,
true. That's true. No, I saw.
So Randall
That's what I saw him
has
say.
raised straight
I
raise
can
35. Salzburg and Perkins in there with
just-
queen 10 and
stupid.
5s.
Maybe not.
60.
Actually,
did
Perkins coming
She
in
just
for a raise.
Raised 60.
I love it. I love when she gets out of line.
She usually wins when she's not blind.
Did I count right? Sometimes I don't count right.
That's okay. That's why you
I'm
say
not
it.
folding.
Yeah.
I am.
Me either.
All right, I call.
I don't know.
Good pot. Joe and I are in NFO.
Call.
60.
I'm fine with
That's
that.
not as
I'm totally fine now.
220 in the middle.
I should not be in this.
245 rather. 4
I
will
need
go to
some
the flop.
revenge on
Matt, do you
several
want any
different
red?
levels.
I've done nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm
200
rooting
or
for you.
300?
If I lose, I root for you.
You can give me 400.
That's because I'm nice.
That's a big if also.
One.
He doesn't. He's really
Louis,
rooting for
pass
him.
this down. 400.
Action flop. Perkins is up and down with her pair of 5s. Moneymaker up and down to the nuts. Randall Emmett bottom pair.
Thank you.
Good dealer.
What's happening?
That's going to Matt.
My chips are sticky.
Here, give me that.
He's
Go.
coloring.
And I'll take the 400.
Now I got it.
Now at 60 to me, I will call.
That makes 3 of us.
All right, so you get that.
That was really fun. I just touched like $600.
Salzburg gets out of the way. 3 now to the turn. 425 in the middle. Moneymaker turns the nuts with the straight flush redraw.
Moneymaker, you're so good.
I've won no hands.
You're so good. You're my favorite non-pro.
Thank you. Wow.
Wow.
So disregard those graphics. It is Moneymaker who has bet 350.
As a commentator, you do get attached to people sometimes, and you're like genuinely, emotionally hurt a little bit when they go out, and he's one of them, the idiot.
Chris, good bluff.
Nice hand.
I would never bluff you guys. That's the truth.
That's why he's not showing it.
My hand didn't pan out.
Didn't work out?
My hand did not pan out like it should have, to be honest.
Hey,
I had a
Tiffany,
pair and I thought it was good.
this is not the only celebrity game happening at the Gardens this week, is it?
No, it's not, Joe. On Thursdays and Friday, I host the Gardens Poker Night live stream with 4 hours of unscripted, uncensored celebrity and high-stakes poker. You can watch on the Poker Night TV channel on Twitch and visit GardensPokerNight.com for upcoming lineups and game replays. We'll be back with tonight's game right after this.
How would you like to play against the pros on national TV? Download now to play and win. It's absolutely free to play.
Welcome back to the Gardens Casino and Poker Night Live. Tonight we have a table full of money makers and our host, a steady earner, Joe Stapleton.
There, yeah.
Thank you, Tiffany. But I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but Randall and Julie have discovered me, so I'm going to be quitting at the end of the show. You guys, no, I'm just kidding. I'll be here forever.
For sure.
Don't crack.
You guys, these guys who are talking all over my intro here, it's because they're involved.
Well, actually, we have our money in it, too.
Yeah, exactly. They're a little bit invested in this pot. We've once again had an all-in and a call during the break now, and I said, you guys are going to wait this time for a little verite. It's not even a reenactment, just an enactment. Matt's all in. Randall called. Are you guys running it more than once?
We're running it twice.
They're running it twice. Go ahead.
Oh my.
You guys don't want to show, huh?
So straight
That helps some.
flush draw and a pair. Wow.
Oh,
Salzburg
boy.
gets there on the first run.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow. Really?
Second one is you.
Straight flush, obviously.
First one's Matt Salzburg straight flush.
Wow.
No wonder he says that was me.
Beautiful
With
straight
such
flush.
confidence.
Oh, my God.
Wow, wow, wow.
That It's pretty cool.
He said first one was me. I'm like,
I'm like, what could you? Yeah, straight flush.
what did you got it in with 10-8?
That's beautiful.
I thought that Matt was just so distraught and forlorn that Randall had 10-7 that he was like, first one's me. He just couldn't accept it. But no, it turns out straight flush. Pretty cool.
That's beautiful.
I made a royal flush the other day.
He met his one.
Tournament at Commerce, yeah. I was all in with Ace King of Clubs against Ace King of Hearts. And I came a Queen of Clubs, and then.
And you got paid.
I got we were all in pre-flop. So then I got the Jack
I
of
got
Clubs.
one last week too.
10 of Clubs run out.
You did?
Yeah.
Wait,
I got a
one.
royal flush too last week.
I've had
at Kevin
3 in my
Pollock's
whole
too.
life, and they were like 2 were in 1 year, and I haven't had one in 8 years. That's great.
I had one against Jason Mercier on TV.
Really?
Really? In a tournament or cash?
But I think it's weird
No,
we
it was
both
a
had
sit
them
and go,
this
sit and go.
week. I
And
mean,
you get paid off?
That is
You
weird.
had
Well,
one
he had
this week,
aces,
too.
and I had Ace King of
You had
Clubs.
one this week. Wow.
I mean,
That's pretty
we were
good.
all in pre-flop.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Matt, how'd you feel about that, surviving that suck out?
I would have preferred the other one. And I preferred running it once, but, you know.
Well,
Oh, I'm
twice.
sure there you couldn't wait to run twice.
do you
No.
usually run it once or twice? Whatever.
Makes very little difference.
In tournaments, just
Tournament,
Well,
yeah.
here's
I
3
would-
more
I would
hands
like
that can make a
option.
straight flush.
wouldn't that be great?
I've suggested
The main
that,
event, you're
actually.
like,
how
let's
much
run
is
it
that?
twice this way.
50?
Oh, some
Okay.
of the great hands.
I get pretty tilted when I bust from tournaments. If somebody ran it twice and I lost both times, I think I would be like,
Yeah,
twice as
yeah.
angry.
No, I think I would be like, okay, it's not meant to be type of thing. Like, you
That's
know.
exactly what makes me mad about
Check.
poker, when it's not meant to be. Why not me?
I feel that way about scratchers.
Salzburg,
I'm a good person.
flush draw. Both Emmett and Moneymaker have got.
This is the moment.
Got shot?
those, though.
100?
You know,
And then when it doesn't happen, it's
just does, yeah.
I'd rather play bad. I wish you could play scratchers bad. At least I wouldn't be upset when I
Yeah.
lose.
You could potentially scratch them.
Oh.
I just scratch them so hard that you can't read it. So we got
I think
Randall.
I
you're
played them wrong
aggressive.
by buying the wrong ones, apparently, at the market.
Oh, you've got a scratcher expert that tells you.
No, I'm
that-
just saying, I'm like, I have an instinct. Give me that one, and then I don't get it.
You can actually go online and find the places that
Or statistically
yes,
have sold
statistically
more.
sold
Really?
more,
Yeah,
yes.
Bluebird Liquors in Inglewood, I got sent to when I was a production assistant
Because they have the most, yeah.
because it was like the
hits.
place where,
crazy.
and so
Right.
everyone, I was working for a show called Mad TV, and
Paul.
everyone around the office.
This is just
"Oh,
so
I wanna call."
gross.
Okay.
Randall Emmett turns the nuts.
Ooh.
What do you? I mean,
I have the nuts.
Okay. I
Oy.
vote. Not one of them. Not one of them. Okay.
Oh boy,
Wow.
You
so
run
much
good, you
blood
run
being
good.
drawn
I
tonight.
had the
Run
other
back.
gut shot draw.
3 bye.
I had the 4-7.
I have flush draw.
Wow, that's some,
Matt's got a lot of
glad I
phrases that he
wasn't in that
popularized
tournament.
for running bad, and I don't know if any of them are acceptable.
Is
in
rebuy
CBS
one of
Sports.
them?
No, but he does say that the scummiest people are typically rewarded. You're not going to say that about Randall.
Never.
Never.
Ever.
And then there's a few other things that, don't really fly in 2018. The things from back in the day. It's just not going to work anymore. But go back, scroll through Matt's Twitter a couple of years. You'll see what I'm talking about.
I think I'm big blind. Matt was just under the gun, weren't you, Matt? Or you're not a dealer, are you know?
What's that?
Are you a dealer?
I was just dealer.
Yeah, I thought you were.
Yeah.
Matt, at this
Okay,
point,
yeah.
are you wishing that you went to,
I thought I would.
Vegas.
to play a tournament in Vegas instead of coming here at this
No.
point? Okay.
I'm going to Vegas tomorrow.
He's like,
are
yeah,
you tournament?
That's right. Okay.
I'm going to Vegas this week.
There's a tournament of champions Thursday, which is the WPT winners of the past.
Oh,
So-
it
great.
free-roll?
Oh, that's right,
No.
yes.
No.
I'm playing.
15K.
I'm playing the Sunday WPT 50K.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna be there over the weekend?
I hope so. It means
I think as long as you run.
Means you-
running
you-
deep in the tournament. Well, it ends Saturday,
you
but
go small
Sorry.
blind. I think there is going to be a
do
WPT here
do I
pretty
get
soon.
chips somewhere, or do I just
is there?
play cash on
I think
the table?
so. You'll get chips. Someone will get your chips. The cash can play.
And I have a couple pieces of super high roller players that I want.
Really? Anyone we can name?
No.
Yeah.
But I will. But you know what? I really
Oh,
love
oh.
poker.
Yeah.
I like backing.
I didn't hear you.
players because
That's okay.
the rooting. You know, it's like
You gotta root-
it's
yeah.
like where else can you support? You know, the greatest tennis player in the world.
I made it
You
100.
do that, but in
Yeah.
poker, you get to
100.
root. It's
Got it.
You can have
Who's
a
better?
100.
Yeah, but it's more fun to be like you're like really
You have
part
a
of that one person. Yeah.
You have a vested interest.
yeah. It's like more personal.
For sure.
Was it?
100.
You raised to 100.
Yeah.
How much
Again,
behind
these
them?
guys? Jeez.
2,000.
2,000.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got a game.
So
It's all
Salzburg
happening here.
It's like a heads up
adds
in the
on for
garden.
1,000.
Casino.
Emmett will put in 100 with 10-5 off again.
Good.
I think we don't know which
Play in
player.
LA.
That's
Can I-
right.
can I-
It's right there. Best
is
play in
true.
LA.
Chips?
Apparently 10-7
Sir?
is good.
Hi. Could I
Jack
get?
nine?
Could I get
What's
a
happening? Okay, here.
Color.
color? Yes, color.
I thought you were gonna buy add-on more, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
No.
Excuse me, sir. I have a gold bar. I'd like to trade in for some chips. I don't have enough here in front of me.
My car's in the parking lot.
The run bad continues for Salzburg, getting out-flopped by Randall's 10-5.
Check.
Check.
I was about to turn my car, or my boss's car. It's not my car.
I think we'll know which players Randall is backing in the world in the super high roller when we see it's like Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg. We'll be like, oh, those are there's Randall.
It's like a celebrity lineup.
It's like 50 Cent and John Travolta. Oh, those are. I wonder who Randall's guys are.
Is it super high rollerball going on like this soon? Or?
Yeah, this weekend.
It's a 50K buy-in?
No, Super High Roller is 300.
Oh,
But
300.
I'm playing in a
the
WPT
50K.
cash game.
Oh, I was thinking that's the super high roller.
I'm going to be mowing my yard this weekend.
By the way, I like that. I like that. I like just being home.
I'm going to be hanging with my daughter for her prom, which sounds way more fun.
Oh,
Did
that's
you see
awesome.
Blockers?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh man, it's fantastic. It's about daughters
want-
going to prom. It's so good.
It is?
Yeah,
You wanna just
it's
give me a-
hysterical.
I think Leslie Mann's in it, right?
Leslie Mann, yeah,
She's
and
a wonder. I
Mike
did a
Baron
movie
Holtz,
with
an old
her.
friend of mine, just.
No, give me this.
I love him.
Oh, he wanted color up? Okay.
Color, please. I make it 100 in the dark.
Hey, what do you? Oh, hold on a second. We've got something big coming up.
What?
What?
It's nothing. It's just a.
Did you have a good
It's just a
joke for
commercial
us?
break.
Oh, I wanted.
And,
Oh.
and on that note, we're gonna take it. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Gardens Casino and Poker Night Live, Hollywood home game, wheelers, dealers, and moneymakers. And on this orbit, Elizabeth Perkins is first act. Well, actually, it was Matt Salzburg, he raised, but first act on camera. I'm folding.
After the break.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, Joe, that I follow you on Twitter, you're very funny, and I loved your joke this week about if the 101 is crowded, take Yanny Canyon.
You gotta take Yanny Canyon. Matt actually texted me about that as well.
It was
One of his
my
friends
faves.
had told him about
I did repeat it several times to people and gave you credit.
I appreciate that, thank you.
How much?
That is so sus.
20?
I feel like I've been really bad at tweeting jokes lately, so when I actually
That was
think of
good.
one, I'm like,
As my daughter would say, that's totally sus.
as a suspect? Is your daughter Australian? That's the only
No, it's
people
a
I've ever say
teenage
sus,
thing.
is it?
Totally
Okay.
sus.
Australians are basically teenagers.
Yorn turns the best of it here, pairing her king. Salzburg with 2 spades, we'll call.
Okay.
Moneymaker, what do you think of this?
Ruh-roh.
I was thinking of pitching the Moneymaker biopic
Yeah.
for Julie and Randall to produce. Matt can write it,
Who would star?
Can I be in it? Can
and
I be in it?
Elizabeth can play your wife. What do you think?
That's fine. That word sounds great to me. I mean,
Let's make it happen right here on this show right now.
so what? We got like Brad Pitt, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Let's find
Zach Galifianakis.
Randall's not in a hand. Let's find out who he would cast as you.
I don't know if I want Randall's opinion on this.
No, you don't. You call?
King.
Yes.
A jack and a king.
Ooh, we would have a real problem with the 10 king.
Yes.
Nice
Actually,
hand.
someone told me who they would cast for me, and it was the
Yeah, who would that be?
God, what's his name? He played in Entourage. He was the son in Entourage.
Oh, Haley Joel Osment?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh, that's
Oh,
actually
at that
great.
age,
Just,
okay, yeah.
That's
I
actually
like.
great.
I just met him on a movie I just did. I love him.
Yeah, that
Haley
works.
Joel.
Sam Rockwell.
That could work.
We all love
Maybe-
Sam Rockwell, I'm pretty sure.
He's the best.
Maybe Ryan Reynolds
Yeah, that's what
on
I
a
was
good day.
Denzel Washington.
Brad Pitt?
Who's the guy who's on Gotham that used to be on the OC?
Ben McKenzie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had.
Oh my God, you do look. You
He's
Yeah.
a
really
friend of
like
mine. I
him.
put him in a lot of movies. He's a great guy.
Doesn't he look?
He would be
Yeah,
great.
that's another good one.
He's a good
Really
guy.
good one.
Very,
That
yeah.
sounds like we found the guy.
I would
Actually,
write the
Ben
Moneymaker
McKenzie.
movie.
This is the game I play with
See,
all
Randall's
my
back.
friends.
He wasn't so sure about this movie at
Was it?
first.
Yeah.
My game,
I'm
the,
convinced now.
the game I play with my friends is who would play them in a movie. So if a friend of mine says I met a great guy, I'm like, who would play him in a movie? So
That's fun.
it's always.
For me, when I
Who would play you?
well, I have so many options between Pitt, Clooney, and Tom Cruise. No, with my 4 chins, I have to go with.
Sorry.
Who would I go with? That
Wait till you get more chins.
Who would I? Who? I don't know. I can't even. I'm such
You
a.
would definitely, you would have to play
anomaly.
yourself.
I'm trying to think. Elizabeth Perkins
play
would
him?
play you.
I could play me so well.
I think you could play you.
I think I could do it.
Phenomenal.
What about
I do.
Matt?
I think I'd be really good at
The
it.
role of a lifetime.
Wait, what's the actual, how much?
To play you,
45.
Randall?
Yeah.
So there's a raise in that with 3-bet from Randall Emmett with King Deuce suited. Yorn will call.
Went to the far. Of course, oh, I shouldn't bring that up. No, not that guy.
Wait, who? I'm trying to think who would play him. No one has ever told me? I don't know who would
No.
play me.
I'm having a very.
I don't think some people.
Tweet
play-
your suggestions who you think should play Randall Emmett at Poker Night
Yeah,
Live.
he would sing though. It would be a musical.
I'll take it. I'm good.
40?
Maybe Randall's just unplayable.
That's.
I think
That's what
Randall,
I said.
Randall would have to
No,
play himself.
I think I just have to play
Maybe.
myself. I just think.
Maybe
What is going?
140.
maybe Greg Grumberg.
I just paid you.
Yeah, all right, it's not bad.
You didn't pay me very much.
I paid you 300. I'm getting hustled. How much total?
That wouldn't be bad.
140
I
total.
think you like Steve Gutenberg, but he's
I was going to say you can fold, but I know
I
that's
gotta.
not in your
I'm
vocabulary.
trying to go runner right now.
Okay, let's see.
Runner.
someone like that.
Check.
Yorn turns the nuts, but that king pairs Emmett. This could be trouble for him.
Brandon's just trying to break the game.
What does he have?
Oh God. That would be the
I
first
wonder
time.
who Charlie
I think, the
Day
history
would
of the
play at this table.
Yes.
Ooh.
show. Check.
So the first time to that end, Matt, the first time I ever had
I'm
my
running so
face
bad because
put on a stand-up poster.
perfect.
you had me.
I did stand up for the first time. I played like a real comedy club with a poster. The promoter just
think I was
Googled
so
my
good
name,
right here.
and I'm on like a lookalike thread for Charlie Day, and she put
Really?
Charlie Day's face on the
Wow.
poster for my first ever comedy show. So it was
you
like
save that
just-
one?
I have it. Yeah, I have that one at home.
Now I get a lot of Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh, yeah.
That's not bad. We'll take that.
When I was younger,
So
of course.
So comfortable,
Well,
right?
your hair length is so
I
different
think
now.
I
Yeah,
was
so
so
that
good.
means so comfortable.
I just think you're so
Like you
relaxed,
like
so
your
confident.
oh,
No,
me?
you're so comfortable.
I'm not. Definitely not comfortable.
I think I'm just such a donkey, such a donk that I have to pay you off.
So Randall's shown the king of clubs.
He hasn't showed the other cards.
You might have to. There it is.
He might not have to.
No, I have the nuts.
Ooh,
Tough
I'm
flush.
so glad I
What if me
folded.
too, I
Oh
have
my
Jack nine
God.
with- well,
I
just
knew I
say,
was
with a
Queen,
heart.
4 heart.
I have
I
the
have
nuts.
Jack
I
nine
had
with
queen.
a heart.
I had queen 4
I
heart.
didn't think you
I'm
were
the
calling.
worst.
So glad I folded. Woo!
We faded.
What'd you
I
have?
forgot what game I
Faded
was
another
playing.
cooler.
So
I thought it was in a different game.
Thank
What
you.
do you think it was?
I thought it was a little looser game down the street.
Oh, right.
I'm at a better
Then I
time.
realized in this
take
game-
my life.
And there's
Nets
good
like
players
me.
who play good hands, and
Yeah,
Julie
sure,
doesn't
thank
just Julie just doesn't pop off 230 for her entertainment value. Nice hand, Julie.
Thank you.
In Julie's interview, I can tell when I interview people if they legitimately play a lot of poker.
Oh no.
And- yeah.
Just having conversations with her in the green room.
Yeah.
I've known Julie for forever, but never on a poker level. Having a conversation, I'm like, who is the? I know
sorry.
her badass manager, badass producer. Now poker too. I didn't know she'd been playing poker her whole life, so I feel like I got hustled a
Props.
little
What
bit.
Yeah.
an image this is.
No, because when I looked at the lineup, I go, oh, I'm running over this whole game except for Chris Moneymaker for sure.
You've been running over me worth. Well, never mind.
I think the ladies are holding.
I think they're winning the table.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm up $5.
I'm only playing one player tonight.
Are you up $5?
Yeah.
It's the
look at that.
rivalry.
But when did you win a
You
hand?
guys really have a rivalry.
Oh yeah.
Did I make bad change for you or something?
Maybe you gave me too much change.
See, I
but
think
that's
if
the
you
only
were
reason I'm
mad in
profitable.
that hand, you would just shove when I make
shot
that
guaranteed. We would have run it twice up to the flop with nothing.
After the flop.
I'm just gonna say something.
Of course, the
Be
king
careful.
of hearts has to come.
was a bad card. Great card.
Oh, sorry.
So Perkins and Emmett
Well, I was right.
head to the flop. King, queen, and 9-6.
Well, you're raised.
You're right. You don't want to give chips away, but then I was like,
You're
no,
raised.
that's not Randall.
No.
Perkins, nut, no pair. Emmett pairs his 6, takes the lead for now.
While we wait for Randall to make his decision, it's a call. We're not waiting at all. But I just need Tiffany. Can you please tell the folks at home how they can win an all-expense-paid trip to LA and a seat to come play poker here with me on national TV?
There's still time for people to enter our sweepstakes. Just download the Poker Night in America app and register. It's totally free to enter and is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. So what are you waiting for? Get the app and get here. We'll be back with more Poker Night Live after this.
Welcome back to the Gardens Casino and Poker Night Live. Wheelers, dealers, and moneymakers. Randall Emmett is here, whose movie Gotti was recently up for the Palme d'Or, and one of my jokes was recently up for the Palme de Face. Yeah, which joke? That exact one. That exact one. That was the one that got the Palme de Face. Randall, you were in Cannes like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Posting pictures of
4 or 5.
50 Cent and John Travolta.
But what happened was the crazy thing about 50, who, I have the TV show Power.
Yeah.
So Pitbull, who did our music for the movie, was supposed to perform in 24 hours before.
He canceled.
Yeah. So we had
Oh my
nobody.
God.
So I called 50. I woke him up at 3 in the morning. I said, I'm begging.
Right.
Begging you. He's like, have you lost your mind? You think I'm coming in? I said, I don't ask. This is a begging. He's like, all right, set it up, and then it turned out to be epic because him and Travolta on stage, it was great. He really made that.
Why did Pitbull cancel?
Vocal issues.
Oh, okay.
Because he has a residency in Vegas.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
Not Mr. Worldwide after all.
Doing a live show.
How
I can
much?
attest to that.
Joe's vocal cords are shot at this point.
Yeah, he's finished.
When I do like live commentary, though, I do 6 days in a row for 10 to 14 hours a day.
Really?
And it does take its toll. I should really call, but dang it.
3 to the turn. Moneymaker, nut, flush draw. Emmett, just a get shot, and Yorn 2 overs.
In between these guys.
Didn't you break? Wasn't there a rule at Cannes that you weren't supposed to?
All right, down.
Right?
It wasn't a rule.
It wasn't a rule? Are you sure? Because you seem to have previous for not wanting to follow the rules, Randall.
I have some issues with rules. I don't do well with them.
Yes, I want to buy a Poker Night Live for $5 million. Can I do that, please? Can I make it 700,000 pre-flop?
You guys are too expensive for me. I investigated the opportunity to buy. It's out of my pay grade.
Case ace on the river.
I'll just call.
Just
Really?
call. Oh, that sounds like bad news for you, Chris. Oh no.
Chop.
Chop it
I
off.
figured it was.
Wow.
Chop it
Ooh.
off.
I figured it was a chop. That's why I said.
Unbelievable.
I didn't.
I was.
So glad I folded.
Chris just had like the nuts on every street, but yeah.
She had the nuts on every street. I just had like draws
The
and
read-
Yeah, the better draws. Huh? What are
You
the
just think of
percentages
the
on
nuts
that
every
hand?
street.
50-50.
What? No, but after the flop?
After the flop,
What is it?
I'm.
It couldn't have been that far off from
what the-
50-50.
60,
The
40?
thing is if she doesn't hit an ace or a king, she's gonna fold almost every turn. So I'm gonna pretty big favorite.
75, 25 after the flop?
I think
It's just-
statistically, if it goes to the river, it is pretty close to 50-50. on
No,
the
she's
flop.
a favorite if it goes all the way to the river.
Yeah, it's like 60-40 though.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. But it's
Yeah.
not far off from
You're not
50-50.
Huh.
I love
But the thing
hearing
is, if she doesn't
the
hit an ace or a
numbers.
king, then
But what Chris is saying, the true odds, like given that he's going to play it aggressively, he thinks he's going to win. He's going to fold, get her to fold a better hand more often.
100 in the dark?
can I
That's for you,
I
Matt.
figured by then you had the
Matt,
ace.
that's
'cause
just
you
for
didn't-
you.
I
For
think you had the ace because you didn't.
All right.
I thought you had the
Then
9
some, yeah.
at one point. I thought you had the 9.
We often continue to play the game, by the way, after we film the show. And me and
It was hard
Elizabeth,
to
we're
give
going
you
to
an ace 'cause I
we're going to
didn't
have a
know.
1-3 game, me and you. How do you feel about that after
How about a
this?
50-cent one?
50 cent one, so much more my speed. Way more comfortable with that. I might actually call a re-raise. It's a hundo.
It's a hundo.
All right.
Wowzers.
Hello.
So Emmett made it 100 dark.
This is shocking.
He's gotten called by Salzburg and Staves.
Scared? Are you scared?
For sure. I'm scared.
Are you scared when
I'm
I
very
flat 100?
scared. I haven't seen you do this ever. Pre-flop.
Well, there's only one segment
There's a
left.
nitty bone. Maybe not. Can't play that.
Well, you got to
this your biggest hand?
I just want the
can't play
poker
that
gods to
hand.
know
I gotta play
I
it.
pay for these note cards with my own money. Okay, this is all.
Let's see what's on it.
I'm like a
This whole set's
poker gods. Let's do this.
Good luck, Joe.
Thank you.
Whoa.
That.
Well, at the moment, Emmett flops a straight.
Have a draw.
Salzburg has a straight flush draw.
Have a
And well, obviously a straight draw. Top pair. Staves pretty much drawing dead.
Cool.
Does Matt have a straight flush again?
way to close out the show, guys.
No, we got a little poker left.
All right.
There it is.
Two
All
times?
right.
Are we calling?
Two
how many
times?
Twice.
They're gonna run it twice.
I flopped it.
Yep. We have to do this
Straight,
quick though, because
flush.
we're gonna go to
Straight.
break very soon. 2 diamonds and an 8.
First one will go to Emmett,
Another diamond.
Flush.
and that will go to Salzburg.
That's gonna flush on the second run jack high flush. And a straight
Chop,
was
chop.
I
flopped.
almost made it through. One more card again with him hitting.
I did have a straight flush draw.
I know what you had.
Joe, were you good there? No,
What's that?
you weren't good there.
Honey,
I
you don't
I
have to
was
give him
rooting
the
for
heart on the
you. You were
river.
my horse in the race.
Don't.
Yeah, she did.
What was that?
If there's any
that was
justice in the world,
17,
she did.
1800. 1800, I would have given you 200.
100.
I'm not reading your book.
You can't call 100.
Already,
No,
I
do you
just
see
want to
no?
play a hand.
Chris, no.
We have
black
to take,
cards
guys,
on
I'm
the
so sorry. We
tournament.
have to take one last break. Don't go anywhere at home. When we get back, there's going to be lots more of this. Welcome back, my babies. That'll do it for our show, Poker Night Live, Hollywood Home Game, Wheelers, Dealers, and Money Makers. Thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate y'all being here. I'm probably the only TV show host that literally pays the guests out of his own pocket. I just gave away $100 on that hand. Hey, Chris?
You did.
No, you didn't put it perfectly.
Thank you very much. That's it for us on CBS Sports Network, but the fun never ends at the Gardens Casino. You can play poker here literally anytime. For more poker action, check out our live stream every Thursday and Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific. Head to gardenspokernight.com or twitch.tv/PokerNightTV. Coming up next week, it's Survivor Champions Night. That's right, we're gonna have our very own tribal council right here at the Gardens. It's a table full of Survivor winners and Survivor superfan poker pro Jonathan Little. Until then, nothing is too tough to tackle. It's a football pun. For former NFL running back Tiki Barber and co-host Brandon Tierney, get all the sports debate and expertise you need from Tiki and Tierney weekdays starting at 3 Eastern on CBS Sports Network. You know what? Before I close the show out, I'm going to take my action here. I wish I had something, but it's just as boring as always. Maybe Chris will do something exciting.
Yay.
There it is.
I mean, you know Randall's going to do something for us.
And one last raise on television for Randall Emmett. Matt's in. Unfortunately, you guys are not going to get to see what happens in this hand. Read about it on the blog. No one's going to blog about it. That's it. Until next time, for Tiffany Michelle, Jesse Abramowitz, and everyone at Poker Night Live, I am Joe Stapleton saying good night, my babies.